As e-commerce business owners, we're always looking for a way to make more sales, get more customers, and so on and so forth. But what's almost as important is to keep costs low so that in the end you actually keep most of the money that you make. So in this video, I want to present to you 6 very important tactics or methods that you can do or that you can use to actually cut your costs down and keep more of the money that you make from selling your product. So it's very important that you pay close attention. Please watch this video to the end, because chances are that you can, apply at least 2 or 3 of them in your own business. And let's get started right away. Number 1 is that you should review your apps and your tools and all that stuff on a regular basis, right? So if you're using Shopify apps, and some of them might be costing you $5 a month, $10, $20, $30 or something like that, you should regularly check, am I actually using these tools right now? Are they still useful for me? Like on Shopify, you have the thing that even if they are free, you should do that on a regular basis so that you don't slow down your page unnecessarily. But especially if you pay money for them, of course, it's important to, let's say, every 3 months or something, or every 6 months, you sit down, you check, okay, which are the tools that I don't need anymore? Maybe you pay for productivity tools, maybe you pay for other tools that you're not actively using, especially when they're getting a little more expensive, like ClickFunnels or a Kartra or something like that. It can be very, very powerful to just cancel some of these subscriptions. And I have a very extreme example of that. So one of my clients that I've worked with for over a year, he was doing in a good month $300,000 to $400,000, right? And the thing is, he was still using the cheapest Shopify subscription, so the $29 model. Now, this is a great way. This is a great subscription if you're starting. But if you make that kind of money every single month, he was literally wasting tens of thousands of dollars over the course of his entire business simply because he didn't switch to a higher tier, right? And that's pretty crazy, because obviously the processing fees get lower on the higher tiers. So he was losing a lot of money, literally a lot of money, simply because he didn't review his subscription and adapt it to his actual business needs. And that's just a crazy example. Of course, something like that likely doesn't happen in your business, but keep in mind, do this regularly, and I promise that you will save some money. Number 2 is find new suppliers. So again, I have another example here. I was working with a client and he had a store with, I think it was just 5 products or something like that, right? So a very, very deep niche store. And at some point, one of these products was selling extremely well. So we were making 50, 60, 70 orders a day, and we were hitting a 400% ROAS. So things were going pretty good, but he still told me hey, the margins are not that great. And he was making profits, obviously, but it was nothing super fancy considering the crazy volume that we hit relatively quickly. And I told him did you ever think about looking at your suppliers again? Because I feel that the product is quite expensive. So I did a very quick search on AliExpress, Alibaba, and after literally 10 or 15 minutes, I realized that this exact product he was selling was there for much less, right? Much less, meaning that if you can just save $5 on a product where you sell 50 or 60 a day of, you can save $300 a day simply by switching the supplier. Now, of course, there's an exception here. If you work with a supplier long term and you know him personally and you build a good relationship and probably he also gives you discounts, there is some value in that, right? But especially if you're starting out, or if there is nothing particularly good about your supplier, then check it out especially as soon as you get volume. Make sure that you have a very, very cheap option, as long as the quality, of course, is still good, because you could literally save thousands of dollars every single month or even every single day by switching a supplier at the right time. Number 3 is relevant for you if you're using Google Ads. So if you're using Google Ads, what you need to know is that there are a lot of fraudulent clicks, okay? So basically bots that click on your site, or competitors or on your ads, or competitors that click on your ads, all that kind of stuff. And depending on your situation, you may get anywhere from just 2-3% all the way up to maybe even 20% or more in these type of fraudulent clicks. And there is no real way to avoid that. Now, there is a tool that I made a video about some time ago already that's called CLICKCEASE, and this tool helps you to get a refund from Google for fraudulent clicks in the past, and also to avoid these fraudulent clicks in the first place. So as soon as you use Google Ads and you spend, let's say, more than, I don't know, $20 a day or $30 a day or something, so you get enough traffic, this tool becomes almost a no-brainer, because in most cases you just get more money or you save more money than you pay for the tool. So you just install it, you use it, chances are that it will be a no-brainer for you. So check this tool out. I put a link in the description. As I said, I made a video about that already, but that's just really important if you're using Google Ads. Number 4 is just a general principle that you should follow, and this is store before ads. Now that's something that I always mention to people when I work with them on a one-on-one coaching basis, right? So I have my 8-week one-on-one coaching program, and whenever someone gets there and is super excited, okay, let's get started with the advertising, I tell them, wait for a second, let's first have a look at your store, right? Because many people, and probably also you, they get super excited, like they want to start with ads, they want to get their first customers, they want to make sales, but they're not actually putting the time into their store first. And every single dollar that you spend on ads before your store is like perfectly optimized is just a dollar that is partially wasted, right? So I tell these guys, okay, let's check your store first. Let's see where we can optimize conversions. Where can we improve? Where can we get better? Then like we work on the page for like several days, sometimes just one day, sometimes a week. But then the point is, as soon as we start advertising, this gets just so much more powerful. I mean, consider, let's say, imagine you're getting 1% conversion rate on your store right now. And after you really overhaul your page with like better design, conversion rate optimization, better pictures, looking at the descriptions and all that kind of stuff, let's say your conversion rate is suddenly like 2% or 2.5%, right? You literally doubled or tripled your conversion rates. This means that every single dollar you spend on ads is 2 or 3 times as effective. So that's just crazy, and no ads will give you this return. Of course, later on the ads become super important, and then you need to be great at Google Ads or whatever ads you're using to maximize your sales and profits. But in the beginning, make sure that you put some effort into your store and only then move over to the ads. I can guarantee that you will just keep your costs, or you will save a lot of money that way. Number 5, also very important, is wait with VAs. Same thing here. If you're starting out, many people actually want to get VAs hired as quickly as they possibly can. So for some reason they think, okay, I'm a CEO now, I own a business, I need a VA. As soon as they make like 1 sale a day or even 1 sale a week, literally I had cases like that, they get a VA to like process orders or do customer support. The point is, as long as you don't have like a super high paying job and treat e-commerce as your side business, or you are super advanced already, you are better off doing all these things yourself, right? I mean, if you have a job where you get like $50 an hour and you pay a VA $5 an hour so that he does some work while you are actually at work, of course this makes sense. But if you have a lot of time to dedicate to your business, chances are that you are not busy every single minute of the day, and you're better off just writing these emails, just adding these products, just doing that stuff that your VA does. Chances are you're faster, you're better, you have more control, you don't have to give someone else access, you don't have to talk to that person all the time. So keep in mind, in the beginning, it's better to do all these things yourself. As soon as you realize you don't have enough time, or as soon as you're getting to a level of scale where you just have to outsource it, then by all means do so, but just don't do it too early. That's really important. And number 6, the last thing, is use credit cards that have like cashback or some other bonus system in place. So if you are placing a lot of AliExpress orders, or if you are buying a lot of stuff in your business with your credit card, you are literally leaving money on the table if you don't have cashback, or let's say you're collecting miles so that you can fly for free. If you're not doing any of these things, as I said, you leave money on the table, because let's say you literally buy stuff every single day or even every single week, but sometimes it gets more expensive. You could literally fly around the world at some point, or you could fly from Europe to the US for free simply by using that credit card, or you could get thousands of dollars in cashback, right? The thing is, some credit cards are pretty expensive, and if you're just starting out, you just barely make any sales, or you barely have any expenses, chances are that you're better off with a free credit card without any bonuses, rather than a more expensive one that has all these bonuses. But as soon as you get to a certain level of scale, 99% of the cases, the bonus system is just better than the cost of the card, or outweighs the cost of the card. So double check if that makes sense in your situation, double check on your card on what you do with it, and consider using one that either gives you cashback or miles or anything like that. Alright, so these were my 6 tips on saving money in your e-commerce business so that you can keep more profits, for yourself or to reinvest them in your business. I hope that these tips were helpful. Let me know in the comments which of them you're already using right now. Like, are you already checking on your tools regularly? Are you already owning a credit card that gives you miles or other sort of bonus system? Would be interesting to know. Also, of course, feel free to add anything to that list where you feel, this really helped you save money. Would be interesting for me as well as the other people watching this video. So thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Also, please subscribe for more e-commerce, marketing, Google Ads, dropshipping content. And now I wish you all the best with your business. I hope that you will save a lot of money now, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next video again, guys. Bye-bye.